So when it comes to I don't know your situation. I don't know how long you've been in your home. If selling your home would be a bad financial decision. Like I said, I've had home after home after home, and 2 years here, 4 years there, 3. I'm not keeping it a long time. I'm not paying no 30-year mortgage. So it wasn't a big deal to get rid of it because there was it was only one house, two houses that were real attachments for me. One is because I bought my childhood home, and the other, I bought a bank-owned property and did one of those totally gut and re-put it back together. So those were like more harder to get rid of. But the rest of that, it's just a house, as far as I'm concerned. I hope I answered your question, what you were asking me.
Can I just say something really quickly? I think it's just really a mindset, because a lot of times people just become slaves to just stuff, and it's just stuff.
That's right.
And and just think about it. You spend all this money and you're working just to be in debt and just be in bondage.
Yep.
And when you die, you can't take the stuff with you. So you just really have to put it in perspective and just ask yourself, like, what's important to you? Do you want to be free?
Yep.
And not be a slave to just stuff, and just live your life and just do the things that you want to do, because when we first started traveling, I think it was about 8 years ago, we lived in a house. It was over 10,000 square feet, and we had a lot of expensive items. And even during that time, I'm just like, man, this is just stuff. It's just stuff. And so you just have to just make that decision. What is important to you?
I will say that not once have I sat and thought, man, those used to be some really nice chairs I had. Or that paint color that I put on that wall, and that wall treatment was, everything. I don't think about that. That's all, material stuff. But I do think about the travel memories that I've had. And I literally liquidated my life down to one Rubbermaid tote with photographs and papers, a file box, and a small safe. That is all I own. And I feel free. Other than the little furniture I had to buy living here. But if I leave Merida, I'm giving all that away or selling it and packing my suitcases and go. But I feel free because I'm not weighed down with the material things that have no benefit. I used to sit in my living room and watch a movie, and I'd look over on the table and be like, why do I have that little ceramic squirrel on the table? Like, what is this purpose? What is it doing for me? And I'd go to Home Goods and I'm like, oh, this rock is pretty. This vase is pretty. It would go in this corner. Or I need something in that corner because it's empty. That's a trap. And I understand some people find joy in decking their homes out. But for me, that is not where I found joy. And somebody said to me once, she said, you know what, Malika? She said, your home is beautiful. It looks like a magazine. She said, but it doesn't look like there's no life here because everything is like almost perfectly curated, but it doesn't look lived in. It's just like a showpiece.
Showroom, yeah.
Like a showroom or a showpiece. It looks like something that you would walk in a furniture store and see a setup. And I thought about that. And I'm like, and none of this means anything to me.
Wow.
It's just stuff. I would rather much have the experiences that still warm my heart to this day and bring me joy when I think about even a little interaction I had 8 years ago in another country with a stranger that I can still remember.
Those guys in Morocco.
Right. It just makes me feel good. Exactly. Not the picture that I had in the house before on the
Uh-huh.
wall, you know. No, I don't think about that.
And I mean, just the story you shared about those guys from Morocco, it got me excited, and I'm sure it got them excited. The people that are watching, you know, I mean, that story is priceless. You know what I mean?
It is.
And
It
that's
is.
just from up hearing it, let alone we didn't get the experience.
And that
it.
was just one of many
Wow.
wonderful experiences. I have one. I'm not going to tell it because it makes me cry every time. And this happened in 1994.
Wow.
And I will cry crocodile tears when I talk about it because it touches my heart that much. I made a video about it. Actually, it's from the video is Met at a Ugly.
Okay.
If you go back and watch it, it's a little boy. Some actually children, but the little boy in particular in Africa.
Wow. Wow.
And I will never forget that. That is worth more than, I don't care what kind of house, what kind of car, any of that.
Wow. Wow. And, you know, and I'll add to what Kim and Malika have said.
Put some comments up. Somebody want to see what somebody did.
I'm going to add to that, you know, one of the things I used to do, I used to buy a lot of antique furniture from auctions, and I would buy and resell it. And I would go to estate sales, and estate sales are, you know, kids have gotten together to sell the parents' house and all of the stuff in the house after the parent had died. And so, and what I found is, from, you know, and I visited a lot of estate sales, kids don't want your stuff. They don't want
the house.
They don't want the house.
If your child is not financially capable, once you leave them a house, say even if the house is paid for, they still have to pay the property taxes, or they'll come take it away.
They can take it away.